The topic for today is referrals, how to get them and how to use them effectively. And referrals, I've got to say, are probably one of the most underutilized and least understood tools, if you will, in the job seeker's bag of tricks. So I think this is a pretty important topic. We're going to cover it in two parts, actually. The first part is going to be all about how do you get referrals, where do you find them, how do you go about asking for them, etc. And then the second part, which will be a follow-on video blog, is all about how do you work them through to get what you want out of them. So let's start maybe with a quick definition or description of a referral for those that aren't very familiar. A referral, quite simply, is a situation where you have an acquaintance, a contact, somebody you know, somebody you've met, who has other people in their network that you don't know you, and thus are less likely to take a call, take a meeting with you, what have you. The whole concept of referrals, I'm going to ask somebody that I do know to make that introduction, to bridge that conversation to the other person. And then hopefully, because I'm coming through someone that the unknown person knows or trusts or thinks well of, then they're going to be more likely to speak with me, to meet with me. And that's, as you can imagine, very important in a highly competitive job market. So first thing about referrals and asking for referrals and specifically referrals in a context of job hunting, I want to remind everybody that in all of your hunting and all of your searching and all of your pursuit, you're not necessarily looking for a job opening, right? In the current economy, 10.2% plus unemployment, there are not a lot of jobs. And the ones that do pop up are bombarded by resumes and job seekers, probably with more qualifications and more experience than yourself. So remember that what you're trying to do is get connections and develop relationships with people such that when they are looking, you're going to be someone that they turn to even before that job ever gets posted. So be very careful when you're seeking referrals or looking around. You're not saying, hey, do you know anybody who's hiring? What you're asking is for specific introductions to people that you know will ultimately be in a hiring position, maybe in a week, maybe in a month, maybe in 6 months, but that's how you build your network. So I've already talked about how referrals work in concept, why they are more powerful. The thing you need to know about referrals, and probably the best kept secret, if you will, about referrals, is you have to ask for them, right? Certainly referrals happen. We've all had cases where somebody says, hey, I know somebody over there and I really should get you guys connected. That's called a soft referral or a passive referral. If you want to take advantage of the power of referrals, you're really going to have to get involved and start asking people for them. And a lot of people are really shy about that, I find. They feel uncomfortable almost asking for a referral. And I'll tell you, if you're dealing with somebody that you know that thinks highly of you, it is often a privilege to refer you, right? People love the opportunity to refer somebody that they know, that they think well of, to somebody else that they know, and it makes them look good, and in a lot of cases it gives them the opportunity to reestablish a connection. So don't think of referrals as completely a one-way favor that somebody's doing for you. Think of it as a natural part of the social, business context, and something that you should take advantage of. So you have to ask for them. You have to ask for them in a very specific way, right? If I walk up to somebody, or I'm talking to somebody that I know, and I say, so if you happen to hear, if anybody's hiring, maybe could you possibly sort of, throw my name over there or let me know about it. That's not really a request for a referral. It's very soft and not very impressive, quite frankly. Instead, you want to be as specific as possible, right? Ideally, you've gone to that person you know's LinkedIn page, you know who they're connected to, you know what companies they might have ins with, and you can go right up to them and ask very directly, hey, I see you know Bob, or you're connected on LinkedIn to Bob at ABC Company, at Amgen. And I've really been wanting to get in and talk to some folks at Amgen about potentially coming to work there at some point in the future. Do you think you could introduce me and Bob? Right? That's very specific, very targeted down to the individual level. Maybe you don't know individual people, but there are certain specific companies that you have your eye on and you want to get into there. Again, you can be very specific and say, I'm looking to get in with company A, company B, company C, and I'm curious, who do you know over there? Right? Notice I'm not asking, do you know anybody, or if you know anybody. I'm saying, who do you know over there? Because I want you to start talking and saying, well, I think I know Bob in accounting, I know Marie in finance, and actually you're in sales. I know John, he's the sales director. Great, now I've got a name and a company. One level even below that is a little more general, but so specific. Perhaps there are industries that you've got your eye on, or geographies. Hey, I'm thinking of moving out to San Francisco. what companies and who at these companies do you know out there that would be good for me to talk to about potentially coming to work for them, right? It's pretty simple. You can use these exact words in your conversations, but remember, you have to ask for referrals, and you have to be specific about what you want if you want the other person to help you, and they do want to help you. So that's it for our first part. In the second half, we're going to talk about, now that you've gotten somebody's commitment to refer you, what do you do with that? How do you work it through? So I hope you'll check out that video as well, and thanks for watching.